So, I'd heard that comedy is legal, but as it turns out, I don't think that's true. Johnny, I heard that you were brutally canceled
Yeah.
on r/gaming.
I was banned permanently from r/gaming, and I was slapped with a 3-day Reddit wide ban after I posted my article for the GG Tribune that said Call of Duty adds new IDF difficulty, which replaces enemies with malnourished, unarmed children.
Okay, so I knew about the R gaming thing. I didn't know it was Reddit wide.
Yeah, I got a notification. I didn't want to be one of those people that's just like posting on Blue Sky or whatever about like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, I didn't want to overdo it, but yes, I got a notification a few hours later. It's like, you've been banned for 3 days. And I was like,
And then
okay.
a bunch of guys who talk like Sephiroth were like, "Serves you right" in the replies.
Oh yeah, like there were people like within seconds of me posting it. And just for the record, the reason I was banned from gaming is because they said I broke the rules about satire. And this isn't the first time I've had a post deleted by the mods from r/gaming. They're very fickle. But
God, I wish I would be canceled. I wish I would be banned from gaming.
So I've been on Reddit since, oh God, like 15 years now, I guess. Like I was on there almost every day for years until they killed third-party apps. And the best, most successful post I've ever had is another one that I submitted to r/gaming where Star Citizen introduces reverse mortgages. That one got a label called excellent satire or something like that. So you tell me, mods, what is it? Is comedy legal or is it not? And is it only when you say mean things about Israel and their military that you get slapped for making light of just
it's so sad that they've banned you from r/gaming. Where are you going to go to see if people argue whether or not Alan Wake 2 is woke? Alan Woke 2.
Yeah, now we know how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know this. IDF actually stands for Internet Deleters of Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, on our new website, the GG Tribune, which we started because hard drive stopped paying us. That's one of the many fine articles that you can go read at ggtribune.com. And Nick, my fellow co-founder, is with us here. And Matt's just, he's a lazy bum and he didn't show up. That's not true. He thought that we were recording an hour later.
He's our Canadian co-founder and we love him very much.
If that tells
time
you
works
anything.
differently in Canada.
Yeah,
the flow of time, is convoluted. And Johnny, of course, welcome back. You've been on the show a few months back.
Yeah, to talk about Gen AI. I think I was brought here as like something of an expert, which I don't know if I am, but I have worked in the tech field for like 15 years doing IT support and stuff, consulting.
Yeah, my one experience with Gen AI is I once asked ChatGPT to write me a cover letter, and it made up a bunch of game studios that don't exist for me to work at.
I use Gemini. I hate writing cover letters more than anything, and so there was a Nintendo brand, not mascot, like one of the people that covers a territory and like goes and sets up kiosks and shit. Brand ambassador. That's what it is. I applied for one of those jobs and they wanted a cover letter. And I was like, I'm not fucking writing this thing. And so, yeah, it also just made up a bunch of stuff about Nintendo. And I was like, okay, all right. This is great. We should definitely be boiling the planet alive for this.
It also said in the cover letter that I was Pakistani, which is like, first of all, I'm not. Second of all, a weird thing to put in a cover letter.
Are you sure you didn't have Grok write this for you? Because
Yeah, I don't know.
oh man. So yeah, that's my story about getting banned from r/gaming and
Yeah.
in a 3-day
And
Reddit
what a
ban.
story it is, folks.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. I don't fucking care. I don't use that website for anything except self-promotion anymore. And I guess if I'm not like astroturfing it with, pro-Israeli propaganda, then I'm out of luck.
We must all be remoras on the sick and dying whale that is social media.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Always got to be jester maxing
I
on the timeline.
I just like the phrase about a sick and dying whale. Is that what it was?
Very poetic for Reddit. Very poetic. Very Reddit coded.
Oh,
call me Ishmael.
So what are we here for, y'all?
Well, we're here to talk about integrity in games journalism, aren't we?
Well, you've asked the wrong two people on this show.
Yeah, I don't think those two things mix, but okay.
Yeah, listener, that's why I'm here. I'm a huge integrity in games journalism type person. I love what are those guys like? I love Stellar Blade. I love
Oh, were you one of the people I saw posting about Anita Sarkeesian whenever
I hate Subnautica too. I loved it, and then I heard that Anita Sarkeesian looked at it or something.
Yeah.
Wait, she was on Subnautica too also?
No,
I knew about Slay the Spire. I knew about
it was Slay the Spire. It wasn't Subnautica.
I think Subnautica 2 is even dumber because it's people upset that they can't fight back against the sharks and stuff. And it's like, that is not this game. That's not what this game is about. It is about survival and eluding your enemies. And like, if you want a game where you kill sharks, there's got to be something out there for you.
Go play the Ocean Hunter.
Yeah. Like,
go into the actual ocean.
There's no group that deserves exterminating more than gamers, I found. Like, they just and that's coming from a guy that co-runs a gaming comedy website, but it's because they just deserve to be made fun of so much. And Nick and I are here to do it.
Yeah,
gaming is at a point where, remember Rick and Morty back in 2016 where you didn't say you were a Rick and Morty fan after all the sauce?
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to ask when that was.
Gaming's been at that point for like the last 6 years, maybe even further.
Well, I think that you need to have a really high IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's the writing is just so intelligent. Like that episode with the digital cable that's everywhere, the like universal cable. You think anyone could have come up with Answer My Eyes Johnson? I don't think so.
That's so true.
If you don't like Rick and Morty, it's not their fault. It's you for not understanding the pickle episode.
Oh my God. Whenever I see someone wearing a Pickle Rick shirt in public, I kind of just want to go like throw water in their face.
I actually like a game that I worked on a couple years, like I've been working on for a little bit. We had like a really intense argument about Pickle Rick in the writer's room.
Really?
Like more intense that you would like to have about Pickle Rick. Maybe one day I can share more. Because that shit's NDA'd.
Oh, okay. We'll talk off the record.
I want to hear this argument. Now I want to.
Yeah,
now you've piqued my interest.
And that just makes me wonder how many other writers' rooms across the world have had like intense debates on the creative merits of Pickle Rick. And
that'll be for the Patreon.
Yeah, that's I have to when we start Aisha's Gaming Corner on the Patreon, which is going to be the sequel to All My Maidens.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I've been on that show.
Yeah. Well, your episode was the last one we did, and then my brain fell out of my head, and I haven't made one since. It was yours was too good.
Yes, last guest ever.
Yeah.
But we talked about Loathsome Dung Eater, which I feel like if you're going to end in the podcast, that's a pretty good character to end.
I think we're going to do like the Mikola episode, and that might be the last one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, now I feel even more special. I got to be on there. Suck it, Nick. Fucking nerd.
I'll start collecting podcast appearances before you know it. I'll pass you. Don't worry, I'll pass you.
Yeah, on the subject of podcast appearances, I was just listening back to y'all's on Kill the Computer. Of course, you were going over the grand demise of Hard Drive. and everything that led to that. If you could sort of summarize how we got to where we are now. I thought it was just like standard like union busting, but as it turns out, it was a little more like mundane and opaque than even that.
Yeah, Nick, you want to take
yeah,
the
I
helm
mean,
here?
just to speak on it, Johnny and I were both freelance. Matt was an editor for the site at the time, and we, you know, it was last summer that Matt Sancom sells Hard Times and by proxy Hard Drive to Sumerian, and you know, we're told, hey, there's going to be a bit of time of transition. Things are going to, you know, we're going to be shifting things over to like our systems and everything, and we're like, okay, you know what, this will be a little bump, but we'll get back on track. We'll keep writing things, and it'll be awesome. And you know, towards the end of 2025, we start hearing that, you know, Matt and another editor over at Hard Drive haven't been paid to the sum of, what was the number, Johnny? Was it like 15K
It's
between
around
the two of them?
$14,000. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
For the two of them.
Yeah, and then so,
and I'm
you know,
still owed 30 for my last piece that I wrote in fucking
$30,
June of last year.
$30, not 30K.
Yeah, no, I'm at $30
That must have
million.
been an amazing piece.
It was great.
My $30,000 piece.
He was getting paid per click on that one.
Yep.
So, and you know, we're paid with Sanecom. We're paid, you know, basically bi-weekly. We have a set amount per piece, and that money was flowing with Sanecom. And then, you know, we get the new ownership and money just stops coming in. I think I wasn't paid for pieces in September. So I wrote them in September, and then I wasn't paid for them until February.
Oh my God.
And it's not like a big, massive amount of money. Like I was down $150 on this, but still it's like when you go from the bi-weekly to the, hey, I haven't been paid in 6 months, you tend to take notice.
Not getting paid like 70, like I've had situations where I've had to chase down like $50, $70, and it's almost embarrassing because you're like bothering someone over this like what has become a pretty small amount of money, because you can't even like do a grocery trip on $50. But like I'm like, it becomes the principle of the matter. I'm like, I am not going to let you rest until you pay me my $50.
It is a fuck you, pay me situation.
Well, and the issue becomes is, so you're the creative side. You create the headline, you create the piece, you write it. Sometimes you're making the image, and you've held up your end of the bargain. And now the most simple part of the business side, hey, just pay me for what I did. And you don't get the money, and you're just like, okay, well, this was your part and you're slipping. So what do I need you for? And I think that's where you really start to understand, like, oh, like I'm doing all the work, you're doing the business side. Oh, you're not doing the business side. I don't need you anymore. Let me go start my own thing with some buddies.
And that's also Hard Times and Hard Drive. The sites themselves were down for multiple months while they were being upgraded. I don't think it takes that long to update or migrate a website to WordPress or whatever platform they were using. And also during this time, the editor in chief of, who's, as far as I know, I got kicked out of the Slack for confronting this person. But the person who's the EIC now would not answer if he was being paid. Well, Matt and the other editor for Hard Drive were not being paid. And he also was running pieces for Hard Times, knowing his writers were not going to be paid for their work. So the person that they have running the ship now has proven in the past that they're okay with people not being paid for their work. And decline, like I don't know the answer to whether or not they were being paid whenever Matt and the other editor weren't, but declining to answer leads me to believe that maybe you actually were. But I don't actually know for certain that. And then Ash Avildsen is the owner of Sumerian, and he is a Nepo baby. His father directed, was it First Blood?
What, Rambo?
Yeah, it was.
That kind of rules, but it's
someone that directed a couple of movies that you would have heard of. Or no, was it Rocky? Was it Rocky? If something was still on. Anyway, this guy does not have a great relationship with his father, from what I've heard. and read online. Anyway, he quote forced this current editor to run a headline that just like we did the Kill the Computer appearance, and I think I can't speak for Nick, but I think but after that we're all ready to just move on. Would you agree with that, Nick? Like we were like, okay, we said our piece.
We were ready for the GG Tribune's identity to be the work that we're putting out, not the folks that had wronged us and that had forced our hand into
we wanted
on and starting something new.
Yeah, we wanted to tell our story, but we didn't seem like we're only doing this because fuck hard drive. Like, which just no, we love making funny stuff together.
And again, before you get into that, Johnny, we have no problem with the creatives over at Hard Drive or the Hard Times. Right. There's a lot of cross pollination between all these satire sites you find on the internet. There are a lot of good people still over at Hard Drive and Hard Times that people
just
should
trying
still
to
be supporting. But
our issues lie with ownership and the editor in chief. My issues anyway. I won't speak for Nick on that, but Dan Rice is the editor in chief, and he sucks. He fucking sucks. I will call him out. Because he ran this headline. Let me know if you're ready for this, because this has a portmanteau of a slur in it. So I do apologize for that.
Excited for that.
So this was posted only on the Instagram because that is the only place that Ash checks Hard Times, from what I've gathered. Okay, so with that in mind, it's Postponed Malone caught in the crossfire of rap, pop, and country. Stadium tour cancels due to low wigger turnout.
What?
Oh, wow.
That was on the Instagram for some time, and then it made a lot of the writers, yours truly included, pretty upset that he would run something like that.
Word salad also.
It's not funny.
Opens with a pun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it sucks. It's not a funny, like, just the slur aside, it's not a very well structured headline.
The slur aside is anytime someone says that about
you gotta use a slur, at least make it funny.
Yeah. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you. And so this just kind of, Matt or Nick, would you say that, I don't know, like I just had some fire in my belly after I saw that, and lots of people publicly posted that they were done writing for the site. One of the Hard Times editors said that they were done pitching and writing. People were understandably upset that this happened, and the post ended up getting archived, not deleted, archived. And when pressed on that, well, that person is also no longer on the Slack. They were kicked out. Basically, anyone that pressed too hard against this, the thing that got me kicked out was I called him the assistant to the editor in chief. And that made him real mad, and I got kicked out after that. So I don't know what's going on there, in the last couple weeks.
And I'm not the smartest person to ever grace the site or anything. There have been plenty of smarter folks that have gone through the doors at Hard Times and Hard Drive. But when you run shit like that, you put your editorial integrity into question. It makes me question what your favorite flavor of boot is, Dan. Because that's all I've learned about you. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And a lot of folks, they have headlines on the site, and for that to be seen around those headlines, they're like, well, it looks like I'm okay with something like this running up against my actual funny headline.
A punk satire site. I'm a pretty white nerdy guy. But my basic understanding of punk culture is you don't call people slurs. That seems like a pretty boilerplate policy for punk ideology. And it just really rubbed me the wrong way and made me really go from like strongly disliking this person to actively hating them. And Dan, if you're listening, love you, buddy. So that's what happened after the Kill the Computer appearance. Is that headline ran, and I got myself kicked out of the website.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Congrats, Johnny. Johnny got to have this grandiose exit, and I wake up one morning and see that I'm removed. I'm like, well, I didn't get my goodbye.
Wait, you got removed?
I got removed before that whole thing. I got removed right around the time the site became a thing.
Shit. Oh yeah, the hard drive account also unfollowed me on Blue Sky.
Oh no.
And Nick and Matt.
The Blue Sky unfollow is brutal because like there's nobody on that website anyway.
Yeah, well, it's like, okay, man, like, so you went out of your way to find each of us in that list of like people the count follows, like,
You got me. You got me. I'm real hurt.
Oh man.
Well, I have here the features page from GG Tribune, and I'd like to share with our listeners some of the headlines that y'all have come up with, because this is some pretty funny stuff. Real life Shadow of the Colossus. I just hit a moose with my Winnebago.
That's a really good Midwest humor.
We got our exclusive interview with the idiot enjoying a game we decided is bad. Opinion: I will never play Sonic because I am a human, not a hedgehog.
timely.
I showed that one to my wife because my wife is a huge Sonic head.
That is a Ryan piece, one of our best writers.
Hard agree. So yeah, it's, and of course, we have the IDF one up here as well. That's that's an incredibly funny one.
Thank you.
We've also got we have the satire stuff on here. We also have brutally honest reviews. So there is like genuine, like just straight comedy, but there is also there is also like genuine media criticism here.
I don't think that's true.
I would take the word genuine off of that.
Did you guys? Okay, so I saw you guys did a brutally honest review for the new James Bond game. Can we talk about the key art of that game? Is that supposed to be James Bond?
That is a young James Bond.
My man looks okay. First of all, I was like, is that Nathan Drake? And then I was like, that looks like Jack Reacher. That does not look like James Bond. Like, he's not in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
James Bond holds his gun vertically.
Well, this is okay.
What are you?
This is.
I'm so mad.
You know what? I played the first 2 hours of that game earlier, and I'm just going to refund it on Steam because after hearing that.
I just did not realize that. I thought that was some guy.
It's okay. He is some guy because you're starting out the game when James Bond is just someone in the British Air Service.
Just Jimmy Bond.
Jimmy Bond.
Do you know what he looks like? Do y'all remember that? Spy RPG, Alpha Protocol?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He looks like that guy. Just Whitey number 989 or something.
He looks like he's wearing the "Where Is My Wife" fit.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay, so I think he's actually based off of a real British actor
Really?
who looks like that.
My
His
wife
actor
looked at
looks
it
like
and said
Nathan
he
Drake.
looks like George Clooney through an AI filter.
Oh no.
I'm curious because these are the folks that did all the Hitman games. If you took his hair off, would he look like Agent 47? Did they just put hair on Agent 47 and call it a day?
Why don't people go play GoldenEye like an adult?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing after this podcast.
It looks fine to me. You tell me that I get a 007 that plays like a Hitman game, and I'm kind of on board.
I just got the watch, and you can use the watch to hack into shit.
Yeah, I'm sure the game is good. I was like, that's not James Bond.
Okay, but there are many Bond moments that I've had so far with it, and like, because it's all.
Did you date rape somebody?
I didn't. Not yet. Not yet. I'm back in Malta now. We'll see if that happens. But no, I went to Q's research lab, and he gives you the watch, and there's a drone flying around, and you can target it and make it blow up.
What kind of Q is it? Is it Twink Q or is it like?
It's an older
British queen.
Older British queen.
Q, yeah.
Yes. Very, very finely trimmed mustache.
Okay.
Glasses. Yeah. Like definitely.
Sorry to do James Bond quarter.
It's fine. It's like it's top of mind for me because I've been playing it this afternoon.
Well, the whole internet's doing James Bond corner right now. We'll talk about this for about a week until SEO changes over, and then we've got to talk about.
Oh yeah,
whatever comes after that.
rumors are swirling right now of like who they're going to pick next, aren't they?
Danny DeVito.
Do Tom Holland. Just do Tom Holland and get it over with. We all know you're circling him. Just get Tom.
I think Tom Holland will be an excellent Bond.
So like on the subject of y'all's content, what would you say vibe-wise differentiates you the most, GG Tribune from Hard Drive, other than the obvious fact of this being much funnier?
So one thing, we're paying our writers in a timely manner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the most money. We're an independent comedy site, so we pay folks what we can pay, but they are getting paid in a timely manner. And then I say we're kind of also focusing on the video aspect of it because, it's 2026 and we don't think people read too much. Whenever I talk about our readers, I throw up air quotes because folks tend to read the headlines and then kind of formulate an opinion from there. But yeah, we pick up headlines that make us laugh. Like Matt, Johnny, and I meet up once a week, go through the headlines that have been pitched, and honestly, the ones that get picked are the ones that make us laugh, or the ones that we're like, this needs a little tweaking, but we know this writer is good for it. Let's accept it, but tell them to rewrite this, and we know they're going to give us a good piece.
Yeah, we have thankfully like some people who follow like all of our favorite writers basically. We brought with us, and so we know who we can rely on, like Nick said, to like, if this isn't quite there, we just tell them, hey, punch this up a little bit, and we know that they can improve it. Like, and then we also have open pitches. So if you want to pitch to us, you can just email pitches@ggtribune.com, and we go over those during every editor's meeting as well. And I've been making a point to respond to everyone whose pitches were not selected, and maybe give a little bit of feedback, so you're not just like wondering.
Famous last words.
What? Oh no.
It's just responding to every submission.
Right. Okay. So let's there's a threshold that if the site is successful, which I hope it is, we'll eventually meet where I won't be able to respond to every submission. But while we're still small, and while we're appealing to people who like, this is a new endeavor, this is a new comedy website. We don't have a proven track record outside of the things that we've done prior for working for someone else. And so like, I feel obligated, like if people are taking the time out of their day to send things into us, even if I don't think they're necessarily funny, I'd like to at least respond and say like, hey, this isn't what we're looking for. But maybe because a lot of them, Nick, like there'll be like a kernel of something, right? Like, and I will try and focus on that, or just say like, hey, this isn't how a headline is written. And just saying like, hey, go look at the website, and that will give you a better idea of the kind of things that we're looking for, because we have, despite only being around for like a month now, I think, we have like a good number of articles that are published, enough to get an impression of like what this place is about, what things they're trying to say. And then of course you have all the video stuff that Matt and Nick have been doing, which I'm going to be getting in on soon, I hope, because Aisha, I think I told you we want to have you on as a guest for our Dialogue Wheel show.
It's a fun show. It's a fun show. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. So like, just as an example, I was doing some oppo research, not really, because you're not an op, but I was doing some research about you, Aisha, and I read an interview or your bio on some website where you mentioned like your 3 cats. And so I was like riffing with Nick. I was like, so you're married to a woman, were the 3 cats just to remove any doubt that you're queer or a lesbian? Like, just really mean things like that.
Do you want to hear something even worse?
Yes, please.
My wife's name is Kat.
Okay. Well, now I can't even use that joke. You have 3 cats, and you're married to a woman named Kat.
Yes.
Back to the drawing board, Johnny. But what
you're the ultimate cat lady.
That's not how you write a headline.
send email Johnny, let him know that
I'll give him some feedback on that.
Give him some feedback.
Yeah.
But yeah, what Johnny's alluding to, Dialogue Wheel, is a show where, for the first 20 minutes we kind of it's Mass Effect. So we play around, we have Paragon questions for like the first 10-15 minutes, and then we actually we shift it and we start asking it's Renegade for the first 20, Paragon for the last bit. And we wanted to do something like Between Two Ferns, and we've got 2 episodes so far. We've done one with Kate over at But Why Though, and then Black Tabby Games, they came on, and those were fun.
I like Black Tabby.
They're really nice. I've interviewed them multiple times, and so when they said, "Yeah, we'll do it," I was like, "Oh wow! Like, are you sure? Are you sure?"
If you want to do Oppo research on me, there are a lot of lesbians very mad at me on Reddit.
I've been talking to them.
Not Reddit.
We have our own Discord server.
But yeah, just to get back to like the site and like just like what differentiates us. I think of the time where I came to Hard Drive. I was coming after, a little stint of like trying to sell a script, and I had management and everything, and Hollywood's kind of imploded on itself. But Hard Drive is what got me through, the hard times of, excuse the pun, the hard times of losing, my step in that direction. And it introduced me to Matt and Johnny and all the wonderful people that we're working with right now.
Yeah. It was my first writing gig ever, like paid writing gig.
And, we're everywhere. I mean, you guys have a show about it, but everywhere is kind of, imploding on itself. And these opportunities where people are losing all these opportunities. And so if we can just be a place where someone writes a stupid headline that makes us laugh, and they get a little bit of money for that, and they kind of like build up their confidence, and then they kind of ditch us and go do some bigger stuff. That's awesome. That's kind of what we want.
That's great. Yeah, I think it is really, really hard to get into the door with anything nowadays. And I think as like AI keeps like eroding entry level jobs, everything is just going to get harder and harder. I mean, not that like, because AI can't do those jobs, but people think that, the CEOs think they can. So,
right.
They stop hiring. But yeah, trying to break in, I'm always like, so I do a lot of conferences, because sci-fi conferences and like TRPG conferences always want game writers, because game writers only go to game conventions. So I'm always doing panels that are like how to break into the games industry. And I'm like, nepotism. Like that's literally it.
So you handing out Jeff Keighley's phone number?
Oh boy. The one time I met Jeff Keighley was very weird, I have to say.
What?
Yeah.
That man oozes charisma. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to save it for when he's, got those Doritos on the chair next to him.
It's funny you bring up the conferences, because I've gone to Austin Film Festival a few times in the past years, and they've also started to tilt in that angle. They've had the how to break into games writing, and the presenters love them to death. They're great people, but I was sitting in the back of the room like it's nepotism.
Yeah. Or I mean, not nepotism in that, like, you're friends with a guy who is like making a game and he needs a writer. Which is what happened to me. My friend happened to be Andrew Hussey, but who wrote Homestuck. But
yeah, I mean, it's all about who you know.
Right.
Like, as in with anything, and especially with creative stuff, it seems.
Well, in any advice podcast where folks are talking about how they broke into industry A or industry B, I can always feel like the air leave the room of somebody listening to a podcast when that person's like, well, my college roommate was working on this thing, and he knew that I was into this stuff and called me. And it's just like, yeah, man, that's the story round and round. Like, yeah, it's not really much else you can do about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to be as good at what you do as you can. So like when you get that opportunity, you don't wash out immediately.
But that's what makes that's what piqued my interest when y'all said that you might reach out to people who submit, but like the piece doesn't quite have the sauce yet. Like, you're reintroducing that human element that makes applying to things and submitting to things less impersonal, less like a grind, less Sisyphean, right? And B, like, even if somebody doesn't make the cut, right, they at least have that feedback that allows them to refine their skill and to develop a more critical eye.
Yeah, there are rejections that I still remember because like the person who rejected me said something really nice or was like, I got rejected. I applied to write for Hollow Vista and they rejected me, but they were like, sorry, but we're not going with you, but your tweets are very funny. I follow you. The person was like, I follow you on Twitter. You're very funny. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, like just have some fucking empathy. Like, it's the scariest thing in the world is to put yourself out there with like something that you thought up and you think is funny or interesting or whatever, and you're being vulnerable enough to share it with someone asking to receive it. Like, I feel like the least that I can do until it becomes untenable is to like, hey, just, yeah, like you said, just give a little, like, it doesn't have to be anything. It could be like a sentence, just a way to let the person know, like, hey, human eyes have seen this. We're not going with what you sent, but thank you. And uh, I spent so long not pursuing like my ambitions as a writer or anything because I was afraid of what people would say. I was afraid of that rejection. And then I filled a form out on Twitter and I got added to the freelance pool for hard drive. And I'm not making a ton of money doing this, but I've got to meet so many insanely cool creative people and got to work on stuff with other cool creative people. And like that in itself has been so worth it. Like, I would ideally, if this can become a way for me to like generate some kind of revenue, great, but that's not why I'm in it. I'm here to make the people laugh because that's what I care about.
Yeah, that's a big part why I haven't abandoned like the industry. And your industry is a little different from mine, but obviously like they overlap, the industry that writes about games and the industry that writes games. But yeah, like I keep being like, should I do something else? And then I end up in a situation at GDC where I somebody gives me their wristband and I end up in like the VIP section of this warehouse with the weirdest people you've ever met in your life. And I'm like, actually, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I love the weirdos and the freaks. I love anyone who is abnormal, I guess, because you're so much more interesting than what else is out there. I'm not calling anyone on this podcast abnormal, obviously.
Me and Lenore are the two most normal people in the world.
I've gathered that from getting to know you a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, like Nick and I are very passionate about this. I don't know if I hope that comes across and how we talk about it. But we're doing this because it's a thing that we love, and like we hope that we make stuff that makes people laugh. Maybe even, I think the best satire makes people also just think a little bit. Because we are using the medium of video games to point out absurdities in the real world and actually try and say something. Or sometimes it's just something stupid, like hey, is this a real life Shadow of the Colossus? I hit a moose. It can be both. I think comedy should have at least a little bit of teeth for it to be effective.
Yeah, in particular, like the IDF piece, right? It's yes, there's very, very funny stuff like Peter Dinklage, returning to deliver the eulogy for Destiny 2, like stuff that's very self-referential as far as the games industry goes. But like what really what really, I don't want to say elevates it, because I think you're doing good work already, but like it is cool to see certain pieces that are like, hey, by the way, this is what's happening like outside, like in the real world, and where it intersects with games, because all art is political, right? I think it is helpful to remind people that, hey, this is a real world that we're living in, and it's any escape from it is only temporary, right?
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more dismal than it actually is.
No, I got what you were trying to say,
Mhm,
and
mhm, mhm,
I appreciate it.
mhm,
Well, and
mhm.
to bring back the bringing the humanity and the empathy back,
Yes.
like I got a compliment on a headline the other day on Blue Sky, and it like brought me through the roof. Sure, it was like one out of the one positive out of like maybe 100 negative across the internet, but
Mhm.
I mean, if you're looking to shine your light a little bit out on the internet, like if you like someone's stuff, like let them know. Like I've started doing that myself. Like
Yeah,
I read a lot of comic books, and if there's one on there that I communicate with, I'm like, dude, that issue that issue last week was awesome. So yeah, you can bring a little bit of light. All it takes is like, hey, love this.
yeah.
Mhm.
We're incredibly insecure people, so you need to tell us what we're doing is good and that it has value, and that I'm a very special boy. That's
Maybe and I love you at the end.
yeah. I love
Yes.
you. You can move into my
Kisses.
house. Um,
Mhm.
Anyway, so was there anything else you guys particularly wanted to touch on?
Yes. So on Saturday the 30th of this month, May, between the hours of 12 to 3 Central p.m., we're going to be doing a 3-hour stream, hanging out, me, Nick, Matt, and a bunch of the writers playing Jackbox games to try and get some Patreon subscribers. So if you are free on Saturday or whatever, you want to watch a bunch of people try and make each other laugh with Jackbox games, then tune into Twitch TV/GG Tribune to watch
Mhm.
us there. And check out the patreon.com/GG Tribune. If you go to
The Gamer Girl
ggtribune.com,
Tribune?
yep.
Mhm.
No, it's the Grums Tribune.
It's the good. It can be,
It could
honestly,
be
it can
whatever
be
you want.
whatever anybody needs it to
Yeah, the
be. The
Great Googly
Gamergate,
Moogly was also
the
discussed.
Gamergate Tribune. There we go.
No. Oh, actually, no, because yes, you're right. We are focused on integrity in games journalism, so that's why. Uh, no, fuck those people.
They keep trying to make it fetch happen. They keep trying to do like Gamergate 2 and it keeps like
Yeah,
fizzling.
they've tried to ruin my friend Alyssa Mercante's life, and now that they've circled all the way back to Anita Sarkeesian, time is a flat circle, man.
As someone who spends way too much time on our Kotaku in action as a lurker, they are floundering. They are constantly looking for something new to complain. I think I saw they were complaining about The Boys again, which I was like, come on, guys, it's been a week. I
Mhm.
need some new stuff. Come on.
They're playing the hits, and that's how you know they're out of sauce.
There was one last week that Forza Horizon 6 was woke, and I was just like, well, okay.
Oh yeah, because it was
Let's check your work.
instead of for the body types you could choose for your character, it was type 1 and type 2 instead of male, female. And yeah, they're the best. They're so great. I'm sure that they're all very happy and content with their lives. Um,
It
Do
and
you
I was
really
think they're gonna make Type 2 into a? Is Type 2 like the like traditionally like female body? Do you think they're gonna turn like Type 2 into a slur?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that
Type
I
1
think
is
they'll
the
turn.
female body in Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm.
It's giving them too much credit though, because that's a really creative slur. They're not
Yeah, they're
that
just gonna say
creative.
femoid.
Yep.
Or just void.
Void, yeah.
God.
I think we should take type 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should copyright it or whatever
It just
before.
sounds like you're talking about diabetes.
Damn it, diabetes does have it. Well, we can't
You
use
do
it
kind
now.
of look like Wilford Brimley, young Wilford Brimley. Now, are you going to cut your hair off now because I said that? This is
No,
great for an
no.
audio
So-
medium.
So the joke at Hard Drive was when I had a longer beard and short hair that I looked like JD Vance. And I was like, I'm like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this at all. And so that's what. So I've been growing this hair out for the last 2 years. In fact, once we hit 100 subs, I'm going to get a perm. I'm going in the complete opposite JD Vance.
yeah.
So
So for
yeah.
people listening,
You're
if
not
you're
wide enough to be JD Vance.
Nick's hair is past his shoulders now. So subscribe and we will post photos. You'll see this man. He's gonna look like one of the like backup singers for Air Supply. Like he's gonna look fantastic. I can't wait.
But
Does
yeah,
Air
like Johnny,
Supply have backup singers?
I
who
don't
is
know.
Air Supply? Who is this band? Is this a like Johnny's a few years older than me, and he comes out with some
I'm
of
turning
these pop
38
culture
next
things.
month, buddy.
Old
Okay,
man.
but the reason I know is because, well, actually, my mom, who has horrible taste in music, really likes Air Supply. But there's a Will Ferrell sketch that was on the Best of Will Ferrell DVDs, where it was VH1, their version of Unplugged. Anyway, storytellers. But it was Air Supply, and it was Will Ferrell and some other guy who's I can't remember. Anyway, that's a very long-winded way of me explaining why I was referencing Air Supply and that bit that ended
We
like
need to send him an
eons
email.
ago.
folks,
No, that we're not picking that.
subscribe
Up.
to the GG Tribune
Yeah.
for more of this.
Yes, for more witty insights like that, please give us your
Yeah,
money.
there's been I feel like there's been a good like an up well obviously there's been a downturn in independent media because everything is bad and is falling apart, but there has been a couple like Aftermath is
Aftermath,
like
404,
yeah.
Defector.
Yeah.
Like the only real journalism being done. Okay, that's too broad of a statement. Most good journalism is being done by people who do not work for the places owned by billionaires.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Aftermath's a great website. I got quoted on it at GDC about the park because there was a whole like drama about GDC closing the park,
So
closing down like the gardens.
What gardens?
That was like
So-
the hangout, right? Like
yeah,
that's where
so
folks would
there's
go to
the-
hang out.
The year like GDC takes over like several square miles of downtown San Francisco, basically. And
okay.
there is a garden called it's just grass mostly. It's like a quad called Yerba Buena Gardens. And it is a place that you can go to hang out and not need a $2,000 pass to get in. So they roped off a ton of it this year and like had it be like a GDC thing, and people were so mad about it. And I'm people.
Of course.
It's
It's already expensive enough as it is.
Yeah, GDC also they love to GD. We'll talk about GDC another time.
But yeah, like Johnny said, look us like visit the website if you like what we're putting down. We have a Patreon. That's how we pay our writers. Everything's coming out of pocket right now. We like if we could just get to a point where the site pays for itself, that'd be wonderful. We don't need to be the biggest thing ever. We're doing video stuff. I think a bunch of us here but went through our 20s listening to Giant Bomb, and we're kind of a little bit influenced by that type of stuff, especially Giant Beastcast on my end.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Support independent comedy wherever you can. If it's not us, like find someone that you really dig and give them some bread.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. You know, all these sites, all these labels are, you know, at the end of the day, people.
Yeah, we're all passing the same $10 around.
Hell
Basically,
yeah.
all the independent media podcast people.
Carry the torch for independent media, like Charlie.
Carry the
Kirk.
flame. Yeah.
Carry the flame. Thank you.
We
Thank
are
you,
Charlie
Lenore.
Kirk. Yeah. Yeah, so also, listeners, we have a Patreon, and if you want to carry the flame for us, you should subscribe to that, because you can vote on what book we do on Workers Lit, on Socialist Shelf. The whole thing is Workers Lit. We have too many names.
Yeah, I think we had the conceit that like the book half was still Socialist Shelf, and then
But
the
we haven't
news
really-
half here was
yeah,
like,
we-
yeah.
We're really
I think
stuck to that.
Yeah, I think, and I think that's wise, just for like consistency's sake.
Brand management, yeah.
Exactly. And one way you can manage our brand is to potentially make us read 800-year-old legal documents.
Yeah, the Magna Carta didn't win, but it was close.
And you know, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm excited. That's what's so cool about, like, you know, building a community and like letting the fans steer things, you know, occasionally.
Agreed.
So yeah, this one goes out to all my type 2s. Support independent media, you know, do something that you yourself love, and, you know, don't be afraid to give feedback on things that you enjoy and that you want to see more of.
Yeah,
check your blood sugar.
Tell people that you like their stuff. Like we're dying for it.
I love your podcast. Since I was invited on, I've become a regular listener, and that's this podcast is how I get my news. you've joined the ranks of Behind the Bastards, and it could happen here.
Oh
'Cause
wow.
I like try and, for my own mental health, like avoid reading stuff like really intensely. Of course, like just being a political sicko, I still find my way to reading things every day. But to get
My
like
wife calls it monitoring the situation.
yeah, seriously, like you are providing a very valuable service to people like me who just I can't hash it anymore. I was like down in the pit with all these chuds for so long, and I just need a break.
You crawled out of the
So yeah,
pit.
but
I'm proud of you, Johnny.
you all do very, very good analysis, and it's fun to listen to.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, very much appreciate it, and we will strive to continue to do that and to up our game. Wonderful. Well, speaking of upping our game, of course, the website is ggtribune.com. They got a Patreon. Y'all are doing some incredible work there, and I cannot wait to see what comes next.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
All right. Take care, y'all.
Pages upon pages, words of wisdom from other workers' brow. Got my nose to the spine, not soaking up all the wisdom of their will allow. The workers' tongue and story, now we wanna know every right we enjoy. Away from the night, away from the noise, we can rebuild everything they destroy. Workers need a workers.